It's your boy G Baby, aka Gian, aka the Caribbean Cowboy, back again. Please check out darkhavenstudio.com for all apparel that's in the website. Use code GBABY for 10% off of any product in the store. Yes, like hoodies like these. You got rash guards if you want to wrestle, shorts if you want to surf or wrestle. And yeah, check it out. darkhavenstudio.com, or you can find them on Instagram at darkhavenstudio for 10% off with the code GBABY.
Get the hard sniffs out now.
And we're here. What's up? Gambino is out of town at the moment. So I have Caleb back on the show. I think he's more regular in this show than I am. So
What's up,
thank you
everybody?
for doing this, man.
Thank you, man.
I came back from Puerto Rico, and I am just still trying to get back on the time.
Oh, I know.
Just back at it. How's everything?
Tremendous, man. Just training hard.
You got a fight lined up already?
Yes, I do, for that rough promotion, July 31st.
Do you know who it is?
Abdul Kamara. His name's hard to remember. Abdul Kamara. Yeah, one of my buddies fought him 2 fights ago for him, and he TKO'd him. But he said he was real tough and real game, so I'm excited. You know, good challenge. You know.
Dope, man. That's sick, bro.
Yeah. How was your trip?
Bro, it was too long. I was just
only there a week.
Yeah, I felt just 4 days is enough for me, bro, just to visit. Like, you know, I love Puerto Rico. I love where I come from. But it kind of feels like a shell of what it was. You know what I mean? Like, all my friends moved out, really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my best friend took a trip over there from Florida, and just so you can hang out for the weekend. I don't know. We both felt like tourists. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. I that's kind of how I feel when I go back home too. Like, you know, unless I'm around certain people, you're like, no one really knows who you are, and you're just kind of like this. You're kind of unplugged. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just feels weird, bro.
It's a little different.
Yeah, I mean, the crazy part is, like, you know, of course, I spent time with my mom. I haven't seen her in 4 years before that, which was really important. And then I got to train with John Danaher.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, bro, that was fucking wild. That was fucking sick. And I missed GSP by an hour.
What was he doing down there?
He was training over there.
Oh, okay.
With Danaher.
Oh, right on.
And so Nate got the invitation. He was just like, hey, Gary invited him. And he's like, hey, like, if you want, you can just train with us. And we were just like, well, duh, like, they're the best in the world in grappling. We're going to take that opportunity.
Oh, 100%.
But yeah. So we go over there, bro. It's a 2-hour drive from the Airbnb. We got there.
That's a long ways on the island, right?
Oh, yeah. The traffic was disgusting, too. So we got there, and then we saw Gordon, Gary, Danaher, and, like, a few other people just sitting in a circle. And Gary looks at us. He's like, fuck. And we're like, what happened? And they're like, Gary's like, so, you came in on time on a regular day, but last minute we had to do it an hour earlier because George St. Pierre had to take a flight back to Canada.
Oh, man.
And we were just like, no, bro, come on. And then Gary's like, and then John went up to us. You know, he introduced himself. He's like, hey, I'm John. And I was like, I'm like thinking like, duh, I know who you are, bro. Hey. I'm like a huge fan. He's humble though, you know what I mean?
That same thing happened with John Jones.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I'm John. I'm like, yeah, I know. Good to meet you, bro. I didn't want to dick. I was like, your face. I was at Jackson Wink when I first started there. Like, it was like, dude, your name's plastered. Your face is everywhere. It's like, but I thank you for being polite and humble. Like, hi, John.
Like, yeah,
nice to meet you.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's like, but I'm like, I know who you are. So, but John was like, hey, just come back tomorrow. we start at 2 p.m. so you don't have to wake up early for your drive. And of course, Gary apologized and all that, which I don't.
I don't apologize.
Yeah, like, I was just
He's a busy man.
Yeah, I get it, dude. Like, we're just
Yo,
visiting.
no, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Don't hurt all of them. Get the fuck out of here. I just want to see George, man.
Yeah. But I was just like, I understand Gary, so like, if I have my own training camp, I have a championship fight coming up, of course I'm not going to be like, hey guys, come through, But he was nice enough to do that. And then, so we had lunch with Gary. Funny ass dude, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a different breed. He was just like talking about like toxic mothers. Like he didn't talk about anything about fighting, which is like, I appreciate that.
Yeah, some people, they just like want to shoot the shit,
Yeah, for sure.
Be a person.
And then we ate really shitty Italian food in Puerto Rico, and I was just like, why you guys want to eat Italian food? But alright, it was terrible.
Yeah.
It was at a hotel in a touristic place, which I always hated when I was growing up. And then, so we just drove back, and we woke up again early. We went to San Juan again, and we made sure like we got there on time. And so, dude, Master Ken's hog looked delicious, and you boys had the kick out of that beach.
I saw that little video you guys making you the hut thing.
We'll talk about that later.
All right.
So then we go to the gym. Dude, it was the nicest gym. Like, a group of people that I've ever trained with. You go to like MMA gyms or like top-notch like jiu-jitsu gyms, and like people are just getting like very like aggressive, or they're just
I love it.
Yeah. They're in their world.
It's good for
these guys different.
And this is all the Danaher guys and all that.
Death Squad, yeah.
So my roommate, if you don't know, Tevin Dice.
Yeah, I met him.
He's from that gang. He's a brown belt under Henzo.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
So he's like from all those group of folks out there in the East Coast.
Yeah.
Him and Harry.
That's. Yeah.
Well, Tevin's a gangster.
Dude, Tevin's a fucking beast.
And it reflects when you see that type of human being, but he's super chill. So like, I totally understand. Like, when you're around Tevin, you wouldn't even know that he's like that.
And then
not like anything, but just like a killer like that.
Gambino all up in the chat tonight.
What's he saying?
He's just like, miss you too. We miss you. We miss you too, Gabe. And
it's not the same without you here.
It's not. And then so yeah, Tevin is actually okay.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Someone's breaking in.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Tevin was a really cool dude when I met him at the open mat, and especially when I dislocated my thumb. He was just like, "Damn, you're a gangster." I was like, "I'm actually in a lot of pain." So, anyways, we got to the gym, and bro, first person that comes in, he was like, they walk in, shake our hands, introduce themselves. Like, he was just a local guy, and very nice. And then I was just like, well, I don't think everyone's like that. Is that my car or your car?
My truck doesn't make that noise.
It's next door.
Oh, okay.
What I was about to say.
It goes off all the time.
Yeah.
Some crackhead stealing some shit over there. It's cool. It's Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So then I saw Craig Jones, and he recognized us because he did a seminar here in our gym.
Okay.
So he was really chill.
Well, I think I heard that name when he came through.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, okay. I'm not really big in that. I don't even know who most UFC fighters are. I'm an idiot. You want to talk about engines? You want to talk about building shit? I got you.
Yeah. So then Gary, of course, said hi, but then the rest of the Danaher Death Squad, and it was just like 15 people. They all just said, hi, my name's this. Like, they were just so nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then John walks in, bro, and the room got quiet. Bro, it was so weird. That's how much they respect the guy. He comes in, and because he's crippled, he sits on the corner of the mat, and then everyone, like one at a time, just goes, shakes his hand. He's like, well, hi, John, how's everything? Like, just like paying their respects, like if he's like the Godfather, bro. And I was like, that's fucking gangster.
He kind of is, right?
Yeah, that's fucking because he's not a loud person, bro. He quiet, room is quiet.
Yeah.
And he doesn't raise his voice either, bro. He's just,
I heard that he's kind of like serial killer quiet.
yeah, it's scary. So then, like, so one by one, everyone's just like shaking his hand and then sit in a circle, bro. And I was just like, hi, John, how's everything? And then,
Hi, don't kill me.
yeah, and then it will get quiet in the room, and then he's just quietly like, so Craig, how was Michigan? And Craig's like, oh, I did this, this, and that. And then John would be like, oh, yes, I saw that. Great job. Hey, Gary, what are your plans for next
Does
week?
he smoke a lot of weed or something?
No, he's
just super chill.
just scary, bro. He's scary and nice. And then he'd be like, so, Gary, when are you going? You're going to Michigan too, right? And Gary's like, yeah. Like, they look like children in front of John, and John's Big Papa.
Yeah, I got you.
And then he's like, okay. And then he's just putting on his knee pads. Stands up. He's like, okay. He doesn't go like, okay, guys, class is going to start. He's like, and he's just teaching. And then he only explained things twice. He doesn't go, any questions? No, he's just like, I'm explaining it twice. Fuck you if you have a question. Go on. Go do your thing. Bro, that's how high level it was. So then, after that, like in the middle, if someone does a technique better than him, like let's say Gary, who's a fucking beast when it comes to takedowns and leg locks, he will just be like, hey Gary, can you show this? And so we basically had a seminar that cost over thousands of dollars for free.
That's cool.
Yeah, by the whole squad, because I learned from Craig, I learned from Gary, I learned from Nicky, Ryan, and those guys all in one, like in 2 hours. It was so much technique, bro, that it was just an influx of information. And then it was just rounds. And then I grappled with Craig and I grappled with Gary. They fucked me up, of course, because they're high-level athletes and I'm just a comedian. And,
whatever.
Yeah, which I'm okay. I'm okay.
No,
I know my place, you know what I mean? Matt Page training, he was with us.
He wasn't being matched. Did he wear the gi?
No, he was just
he's just
he was
Matt.
just Matt. Yeah,
Okay.
so he's just grappling, and people didn't recognize him. And
Of course not. You had a stick-on mustache.
Yeah, exactly. So then he's like, "Hey," he talks to John. "Hey, John, would you like to be on my video?" Blah blah blah. And John was like, "Yeah, sure." And then he's like, "Great, I'll be right back." And then he goes and changes into his gi, his mustache, and his eyebrows raised.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, and then he walks in, and everyone's like, whoa!
And they had
yeah, bro. They were geeking out about Master Ken, bro.
He looks. You sit down with him, and he's not Master Ken in person.
No,
like, he's
not.
fucking Matt. Like,
He's anxiety Matt. Yeah,
he's cool. Like,
yeah, for sure.
he puts that persona on, and he's Master Ken. It's hilarious, dude.
Bro, it's fucking hilarious. So, like, people are fucking geeking the fuck out, bro. Just like, oh my god. And there was a guy that was just like, oh my god, if I would have known, like, you were Master Ken in the first place, Jesus Christ, I would have been so intimidated grappling with you. Just joking, bro.
He's a fucking big dude, too.
Yeah, he's fucking swole.
He's stacked.
Dude.
He's
He's
like,
fucking...
you think that he's just kind of like, oh, he's kind of like a big guy or something with his gi, but you see him like working out. Like, Jesus,
Yeah.
dude's fucking huge.
He's fucking Bane, dude, from Batman.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
So when we were out there filming that commercial, one of the real estate agents that I work with, you know, fixing houses and stuff. So it's like, he called me. He's like, hey, bro. He texted me, hey, bro. You know, we're doing. You know, he's like, I got this job coming up. I was like, well, I'm doing a commercial today. And he happened to be driving by in the parking lot. I was like, oh, yeah, come check it out, man. Come in over here and say hi. You know, it's like, Matt's cool. Like, especially when you get a break.
Yeah.
But, like, he was just like, do you think he's, like, cool with, like people coming, like, ask your photo? Like, yeah, he's super cool. But, like, we were in the middle of filming. So you can't stop that. But it's just so crazy. It's like, I didn't even know that he was local until my roommate said, yeah, dude, he's here. And then, like, I just happened to become friends with people that were friends with him. And, like, you don't realize that, like, all that stuff they do, I mean, it's a persona, but it's another version of themselves or whatever. But, like, when you actually get to meet them and, like, chill with them, like, Thanksgiving, just have dinner, like, Oh man, I actually I don't even remember what I said, but I said a bunch of stupid shit, and I had him laughing, and he was like, "Oh, some good timing." And I said, "To make Master Ken laugh, like, oh, it's a good day."
Yeah, for real, dude.
Or Matt, my bad. He was Matt that day.
He was Matt that day. It's funny, bro, because I love Matt. I don't really like Master Ken that much, bro.
I can see it on your face. You're like, dude, I don't live here.
Yeah. Yeah. So for you guys that haven't watched it, I appeared on a video of Master Ken on his Instagram and his Facebook, and it was funny because we were on my side of the island, the west side, and dude, people were just like, he didn't know he had a fan base in Puerto Rico.
He should be worldwide known. Like he's pretty.
Yeah, he's pretty known, dude.
Not pretty. He's super known. People know he's ridiculously silly.
Yeah. But before I get on to the story, let's get straight to the first ad.
Gabe Gambino. Well, you might know me from this podcast. I'm also a musician. I have like 3 bands, like 6 hip-hop projects. And none of it's possible without the people here at Red Gabriel Studios. Ricardo has personally dealt with my recording, my mixing, my mastering. We do it all. We put on 3 to 4 live stream shows every week. Here at Red Gabriel Studios, if you go to redgabrielstudios.com, you can watch our past work. You can listen to music. You can even shop for your favorite local artists' music at just $1 a song on our online store. If you go to redgabrielstudios.com, you can find out more. If you're an artist, you want to do voiceovers, recording, mixing, mastering, we do it all here. And yeah, it's the best job I ever had. So quit fucking around. Okay, we have the best prices here. We don't need a discount code because our services are a discount code. You motherfuckers. RedGorillaStudios.com. Do it. Don't be a fucking puss.
And we're back. I like how you did that. Like a fucking, like a little pistol.
Little twist.
Yeah. So, yeah. But what's funny is that I had a friend who I used to train with in Puerto Rico who moved to Colorado, and then he was vacationing at the same time. So, like, just pure random. And he caught me, like, at a weird time because I was in the middle of filming with Master Ken. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Oh my god, that's Master Ken." And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I can introduce you." He's like, "Cool." And I was introducing him as Matt. I was like, "Hey, Chase, this is Matt. Matt, this is Chase." And Matt was still in, like, character.
Master Ken mode,
yeah. And he was like, "Hello." Like, very bro. Like, I was like, I couldn't help but laugh because I was like, "This is not Matt."
Dude, when he does that shit to people, so this is Gary Two Sticks or whatever the fuck name he gives people, and they're just like, no, that's not my name. He's like, so anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was funny. We didn't rehearse. He didn't direct me at all, bro. I was kind of lost at first because
I saw that you were just kind of like monologuing or just kind
improvising.
of,
Yeah,
improvising.
Yeah, he was just like, "Hey, we're gonna film here," and I was like, "Okay," and he's like, "Master Cut here." I was like, "Oh,
we're going."
Yeah, okay. And then I was just like, "I guess we're winging it," and that was just one take.
Nice. It was perfect.
Yeah, thank you. I felt weird at first.
I could see it, but like your awkwardness made the video genuine.
Yeah.
Not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were like playing a role.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good. Oh.
Yeah, that was fun. And then, yeah, bro. What's crazy about, and I don't know if you feel this way about your hometown, but when I got back, I had like this anxiety
Of?
Like just being there. I don't know. It was,
for me, yeah, there could be some anxieties, you know, but sort of, not so much because mine's just different. I'm in the mainland, so you're like on an island, so it's a little more secluded. Like it's probably just different, but I go back at least once or twice a year.
Okay.
So it's probably different too for you. You said 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably just also that anxiety as well, being gone so long.
And that because the hurricane happened right after I left too, so I didn't know if I was coming back to like the same place.
Oh, I got you.
But also because I was a different person back then.
I'd hope so.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope so too. Right?
Yo, no, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Shit different.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Now it's green. It used to be brown, but now it's all green because I need help. But but it was just that anxiety of like, I don't know. I felt like that bullied kid for a second. I don't know. Like
By whom? By yourself? Like by bullying yourself, or what do you mean? Is there people that are pushing you around, or what's the deal?
You know, I think it's just, it goes back to, I think, not being sure of myself back then. You know what I mean? I wasn't sure of myself back then. And, like, old feelings came back when I was in the island.
I got you.
And, like, and it's just the culture there. And...
yeah.
I don't know, after leaving 4 years... Like, after leaving for 4 years and coming back, it made me realize, like, it's not really my home anymore.
Well, of course. It'll always be your home.
Yeah.
But it'll, as you progress and you grow and you find out places in the world that are more, adjusted towards how you are as a human or whatever, or individual. But, I feel like, when I go home, like, I realize that that's not the place for me. I was born there with all my family, and I love being there. But it's not the place that's calling me right now at this point. Maybe I'll go back when I'm older. Who knows? Maybe you might go back when you're older. You might. I'm just saying, you might. You don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have no idea. You could be like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Puerto Rico. I'm gonna be with my parents or whatever it might be, family. Whatever. You never know. We change.
Yeah.
So it could be that way. Because me myself, like, I love going home to visit my buddies and shit. But like, I'm like, all right, I gotta get back to it. You know what I mean? Like, so I know what you mean, but it's definitely one of those things where it's like a perspective thing. It's like, as we get older, how old are you now?
I'm 28.
Yeah. So like, I moved here when I was about 29, something like that. 28, 29, I think. So like, I am a vastly different human being than I used to be when I first moved here.
Yeah.
Nervous about all kinds of shit and this and that. I was not quite the man I am today. I can only imagine where I'm going to be in 4 more years. So
yeah.
So for you, even 4 more years, who knows? I mean,
yeah, bro.
So I mean, I think that it's a good thing to be able to recognize that as well.
Yeah.
And you say, okay, this is who I used to be, this is who I am now, and look who I've become. Look at the things I've been able to accomplish. So it's like fucking A. It's like yeah.
It's just, yeah. Who knows, man? I just really appreciate green chili, so I don't see myself leaving really soon. And there's no spicy food back in the island, bro.
What?
Yeah.
Nothing. Not even.
Bro, even hot sauce.
No jalapenos. No nothing.
No, nothing like that. No.
Why not? Is it just not culture there?
It's not the culture there, and it's like, it's not part of the palate. It's like more like a savory palate than like any.
So like gravy and.
So it's like
greasy and deep fried.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
No offense, but ugh, it's not my gig.
Bro, I went back and I was just like, all the food that I used to love back then, and I would eat that, and I was like, oh, like this is not who I am, bro.
Dude,
like, this is not.
I used to live off of Taco Bell, McDonald's, Carl's Jr., any fast food, like, just because I was just always on the go, and I didn't really care, and I could eat whatever I want, and even I can still do that now, but I wouldn't be in fight shape. But dude, I know exactly what you mean. Like,
yeah.
Let me tell you this: there's actually this little cafe back where I'm from called the Ranch Kitchen. They serve this biscuits and gravy that you would like. Ooh. You would strangle a dolphin for a plate of it. It's so good. I'm not even joking. It's the best biscuits and... I'm sorry, I have to eat biscuits and gravy from the Ranch Kitchen. That's their commercial. But honestly, like, I've never had biscuits and gravy better anywhere. Like, the biscuits are all big and fluffy and just, you can't move after you eat it, but it's well worth the food coma.
That sounds so amazing, though.
Insulin spike.
Insulin spike. That sounds so good, though. That's one thing I really like about America. It's the food.
Diverse? Well, food is
Yeah.
very diverse.
Yeah, it's very fucking diverse here, man.
Well, I'm from Cali, man. Are you kidding me?
Shit, yeah.
Dude, like, in the Sacramento area, it's like you could literally get every single food that's made on Earth anywhere. Because Sacramento is an international area, so it's crazy what kind
It's
of...
like a lot of like Mexican food and Asian cuisine too.
soul food. You would be surprised how many soul food places
Really?
are.
Soul food?
Yes, downtown Sac area. Like you, I went to there with my roommate because Tevin's like he's Jamaican, so soul food sounded like his gig.
Caribbean boys.
Yep. But yeah, it's an interesting thing is like how many fighters that I know that can like cook like a motherfucker.
I feel like it's a lot of fighters' like favorite hobby.
But yeah, because you kind of like you starve yourself
Yeah.
for so long that
You're like, ooh, I can go for a steak. I'm gonna cook a steak.
I want to watch it cook.
Yeah. Yeah. Bro,
Eat it raw. Don't care.
in the last weight cut that I did, I was just like, man, I just want like a steak and like jalapenos just kind of like roasted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That sounds good.
oh, dude, it's so good.
My favorite, dude, steak with sweet potatoes. Like yams.
I fucking love sweet potatoes.
Dude, yams are the shit. But you know what's good in Hawaii is they have taro out there, which is like, I guess it's kind of like a potato root thing. I'm not like
Is it purple?
It's purple, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's not really like that flavorful, but when you add it with things, like you put it with different things, oh, it's super good.
I
But-
like the ice cream.
What's that?
Taro ice cream.
I didn't know. I've never had that.
It's fucking dope. I
Yeah.
had it in Vegas.
Bro, the food in Hawaii though, there's the reason why dudes are like fucking like literally I've looked at dudes like, oh, that guy's probably like whatever 185. He's like, no, he's 225. I was are you serious? Like he doesn't look that big. He's like, no, he's just all the dudes out there. Like my buddy Scotty, they all just go whoop, and they just get fucking like huge fast, and you're just like genetically like
They just got like thick ass bones too, bro.
dense. They have high bone density.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That is crazy how like genetics that happens.
Well, if you think about it, like the food that you eat, like most Asian folks from like certain areas, like you would always see them, like historically being, generally thin, because they're always active doing stuff. But like their food that they eat is, depending on the location in wherever they're at, but like it's pretty common for people of like certain areas. Just okay, like Middle Eastern people have a lot of spices and a lot of flavorful foods,
Yeah.
and yeah, but it's so interesting to like see how that genetically affects them. It's pretty cool.
That is fucking insane, dude. Like, and Samoans are even fucking dense.
Well, it's kind of like
the same area, right?
yeah, I think so. I'm not
Me neither.
a geography buff, but I know that like.
But that's your area, bro. That's the Pacific. I don't
Hmm.
know shit about like the Pacific, but the Atlantic, I think I got.
Yeah, the East Coast, right?
Yeah, East Coast. Yeah.
I'm not a geography buff. I barely even know like all the states in the United States. I'm not. Yeah, not my gig. No.
Yeah, I just found out Delaware was a state. I thought it was just a city.
Is it? No.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I was talking to this 10 Planet Black Belt because he has like a New Yorker accent. His name is PJ Barch. And I was like, damn, bro, which part of New York are you from? He's like, I'm from Delaware. And I was just like, oh, okay. And I was just like, why is your accent like a New Yorker accent? He said, I just listen to a lot of hip hop. And I was like, damn, bro, you can change your accents to the music you listen to?
Dude.
Bro, I've been listening to like these French band because like Brendan from Dark Haven Studio got me in it.
Oh,
I was like, man, I'm gonna have a French accent pretty soon, dog. Oh, people are having
oh dang, there's all kinds of stuff going
dieting takes all the good food away. That's true, Kevin.
on. That is incorrect. Dieting does not take all the good food away. I absolutely love fish. I love chicken. I love steak. I love greens. All these delicious foods. You know what I mean? Like almond butter or even almond yogurts. Oh, dude.
Almond yogurt?
It's so good. It's so much. To be honest, I like the flavor of it better. It's higher in calories because it has more fats. But almond yogurt is, and like I think there's a cheese that's made with. I mean, I'm not a buff on all that stuff, but there's these like dairy-free cheeses and stuff. In my opinion, I like them better. They're they're obviously they have more fats because they're made with nuts or they're made with this or that, or, and they're more flavorful in my opinion.
Yeah.
But that's also, I mean, even since I was a kid, I've always liked healthier foods just in general.
Oh shit! Oh, Gabe coming in with facts. Delaware was the first state, and then Gabe says, "Happy birthday, Kent." I don't know if he's around.
Happy birthday, Kent.
You're making me hungry, Caleb. Kevin.
Am I now? I'm just kidding.
He says hungry, not thirsty. Dude.
Oh yeah, my bad. Either way, I mean, you can eat it, you can drink it, you can do what you want with it. It's up to you.
Damn,
you can
bro.
freeze it. It's up to you.
Sit you up on Tinder,
Save
dog.
for a snack later. Only for Gabe though. The rest of you guys are.
Yeah, bro. Gabe is the fucking sexy beast of this show. I miss this guy. And then Robert says, "I'm 17 pounds down from last Saturday straight fasting. This subject hurts my soul right now."
Wait, you haven't eaten since Saturday? Dude, you should eat. That's too long to not eat. Just fasting for a week.
Yeah, like
some people do it, but I don't think it's. There's healthy ways to do it and there's unhealthy ways to do it.
I like intermittent fasting.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, me too.
There's nothing wrong with that. But when you're going like, I know guys that literally, I can't remember how it was. There was a guy that used to take my class in kickboxing class, and I used to teach at the UFC gym, and he would go like, I can't remember his astronomical amount of days in a row. He'd be like, oh yeah, once every however 6 months or whatever he would do for his health benefits, or he would go like, I think it was 7 to 10 days with only water, which that's fine. I'm like, dude, you're not stuck in the desert or in the Himalayas or somewhere where there's no food access. Like, you should be careful with that. But
yeah.
I've actually heard some interesting things about autoimmune diseases and intermittent fasting.
Really?
And also fasting period.
I know Jerry St. Pierre said that helped his stomach issues big time.
Jordan Peterson.
That too.
Yeah, the scholar.
The scholar.
I'm sorry. He's a professor. I'm sorry.
He is a scholar, though.
Yeah.
So, Robert's saying that he's eating just big calorie restrictions.
Oh, that's fine then.
Yeah.
No, that's good. I thought he meant like...
Then Gabe says, I gotta cut for a rap battle so no fat jokes land.
Oh, yeah. Fat shaming. We got you. No,
Yeah.
fucked up.
I mean, they'll hit you where it hurts for sure, bro.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Bro, I'd rather get punched in the face than someone to, like, rap battle me.
Honestly, dude, I
like
can't rap. I could rap present, but I can't rap any words together in a sentence and make it sound good to save my damn life.
I mean, I can't rap for shit either. Oh, and Rob says he can't wait to see that rap battle. I would like to see that rap battle too if Gabe's in it.
He did good. I watched the one he did before.
Oh, really?
Against whoever that was, and he took it like on the way there. He wrote it on the way there. He was telling me about it last time, and he did really good. I was like, dude, Gabe is so talented, man.
Gabe can rap?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, he played it last time. He's good for doing it on the way there. Jesus Christ.
And then Rob, and this is what I agree with Rob, much more likely to cry due to a rap battle versus a punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say, bro.
I was gonna get pissed off.
Cause yeah, I'll just go straight to fighting if someone insults me.
Yeah.
Like,
fuck you, man.
You don't know me like that.
You don't fucking know me.
And Gabe said the library at July 24th. This is a rap battle.
Oh shit.
Damn.
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, we have to, man. We gotta support.
Oh, I might be there. Sorry, Gabe, if I can't. I'm in the middle of camp, so sometimes I'm a little backed up. I'll do my best though, cause that's gonna be like fight week.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I'll do my best, Gabe. But if I'm not there, I'll be there in spirit.
Yeah.
And commercial.
Awesome. This podcast is brought to you by Best Worst Cantina. You can find our podcast, the whole audio and video, on bestworstcantina.com and also bestworstcantinashop.com. You can find our merchandise. You can find our the shoot hats. You got shirts. You got tank tops. You got coffee mugs. Just use the code THESHOOT for 10% off on all our products in Best Worst Cantina Shop. That is code THESHOOT for 10% off. Gang, we're back.
Speaking of condoms.
Speaking of condoms, Tiny Condom Kent. JK, I heard he has a big schlong. Gabe told me.
The fellow with the most below.
The fellow with the most below. Yes. By the way, did you see that video of Joe Schilling?
Oh yeah, I watched it before it got cut down. I commented on it. Joe's cool. I met him a few times. He's a really cool guy.
I'm sure you trained with him before.
Yeah, I haven't actually trained with him. I did some working out with him one time, but just as a person, just met him. He's a nice guy, really nice guy.
Yeah, it's hard to judge just by a tiny video.
Joe wouldn't do that to somebody. I've my minimal amount of actually knowing him and the people that I know around him and what he represents. At least, he represents being a good person. You know what I mean? But being straight up. So if you're gonna be a chump, and apparently, Joe, one of Joe's major platforms for the past some time now, even on Joe Rogan's podcast, was just showing the world about discrimination or police brutality or brutality in general, just to people that don't deserve it.
Yeah.
So I watched it and I actually read the whole post, and the guy was being obnoxious and especially towards the busboy, and the busboy was black, and he was saying it was a song, and he was singing the songs and just being aggressive towards people. And I guess he was actually singing the lyrics of the song towards Joe and them at their table previous to that. So he had went out to go smoke and come back in, which is crazy. He smokes fucking cigarettes. He's a world class fucking.
He smokes cigarettes.
Yeah, dude. In his world, when he won the world kickboxing championship, in between fights he'd go out and smoke a cigarette. He's a fucking animal, dude.
Damn, bro.
He's an animal.
It's fucking badass.
Yeah, but anyways, he walked. He intentionally, you could see in the video, he went out to smoke, but then whoever recorded it, he walked by him, and the guy was being an ass.
Yeah.
You can even see in the video when he goes like this, what you gonna do to Joe? And he just goes, kind of. He misses. I think he just clicked. He just hit him with the first one. I think the second one missed. I'm not even sure. Yeah. But it just blah, blah, 2 hooks. And
it looked like a 2-piece for sure.
The dude was just done, and his girl was like, "Oh my god." And that's what you get for being with a douchebag. Did you see what he posted later? The girl messaged him? Or,
his ex's.
It was his ex's present boyfriend, I think it was.
Yeah.
Or something of that manner.
Yeah.
Saying, thank you for doing that. He used to be abusive towards me. But, that's hearsay. There's not, unless there's actual... Me personally, I'm a physical evidence guy. I'll listen to whatever you got to say. But you show me some sort of... Okay, show me a hospital record. Show me something, text messages, something to...
I feel like some people, though, get in the DMs just to,
oh, look at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. It's the Me Too movement.
And it's also, there's a lot of clout chasing, bro, especially in social media, and it's just I just need that 10 seconds of fame, so, a person with this amount of followers can actually get me this amount of followers, and maybe one day I'll get famous, even though I don't do shit with my life, you know what I mean? And it's, I'm not saying... not to believe. I'm just I'll always listen to the victim 100%, and then just try to find evidence. But this world is so fucked up now too, and just how
it's frontier justice.
Yeah,
they hang him in the street.
Yeah,
oh, he did it. Oh, he did. Oh, you said he did it. You say he did it. Okay, he did it. Then it's no, show me the evidence.
Yeah, we're in a country where you're innocent until proven guilty.
Due process.
Now it's you're guilty until proven innocent.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's just because people without a voice now have a platform. And then they want to be heard. No, you need to fucking say he. You can't say he or she. You have to say my pronoun. It's you know what I'm saying?
You have to say my pronoun.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with this Joe Schilling thing. Everybody wants to be heard. Everybody wants to be this is my opinion. This is my opinion. Fuck your opinion. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's stupid. So with this stuff with Joe, I'm all on board with what he did, because that's the thing today with this day and age is that I noticed I went just for instance, I'm going to rant. I'll keep it short.
No,
I went to Wendy's today. I eat Wendy's every day, but I just get the burger patty, and you know what I mean. I just 'cause I'm on the run,
Yeah.
I can't always meal prep, so I'll get a burger patty, right? And man, the guy handed me a little dinky drink like this, and I was like, no, man, I ordered a medium, and he's like, okay. So we're going back and forth, and they're just bouncing inside that thing like pinballs. Like, they don't know where they're going, who's doing what. And I noticed every sign at every single business that I could see around here says now hiring, because nobody wants to work.
Yeah.
And the people that do want to work, they're like, no one ever taught them about work ethics. And there's like a lot of misguided individuals today. So lost.
Uh-huh.
Totally lost. So it comes back to all this stuff with Joe Shun, with this dude. No one ever taught that guy not to be a fucking asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? No, or either that or somebody was a piece of shit to him, and then the shit, trickled down. Shit rolls downhill. So I go on these rants about these things because the whole man shit thing, for me, it's like, if you're gonna be a fucking man and you're gonna step up to another man,
yeah, be prepared, bro.
Dude, my mother is, I love her to death. She's a fucking hillbilly, and she'll tell you, anytime she's ever stood up to a man, straight up in his face, she says, if you're a woman and you stand up in a man's face and you hit a man like a man, you better be expected to get hit back like a man. That's my mother's quote verbatim. So when I see little fucks like this in a restaurant or wherever the fuck they were, being a cunt,
yeah,
you're gonna get slapped the fuck up, especially by a gangster like fucking Joe.
Yeah, for sure, man. And that's one thing, bro. I feel like everyone should at least, one, work in a service job, and second, so they like know how to treat workers, and second, learn how to fight, because it'll make you not want to fight.
Oh, absolutely. Like, what's the point of it?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say that. There's always that factor, but yeah.
But I mean,
some asshole that comes in like, I want to be a badass, and they learn to fight and they go beat up innocents.
But then again, they get like beat up really hard at the gym, and most of the time they get humbled. There's always that one, like you said, there's always that one person, but that person was going to be a serial killer in the first place. You know what I mean?
Very true.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
And they usually get beat the fuck up when they leave the gym.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that though.
Me
That's
too.
actually my favorite.
Yeah, because you're just pulling out the weeds.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
It's like, people that come from your gym and Latrell's, they're always like, they're kind people. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Especially the ones that pass by to, like, the gym to roll and stuff. They're usually really cool people.
Mm-hmm.
People at my gym, they're just kind killers. They're just nerds outside the mats, and on the mats they're just like fucking psychos, and it's great. I love that environment.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it's hard for me to picture myself learning how to fight, bullying other people outside, especially because having that energy, I'm tired after it. Like, I'm not gonna pick a fight, I'm too tired.
I've bullied one kid in my life, and it haunted me forever. I swear to God, I came up to him and apologized to him in person, because I ain't no bitch. I'm not gonna send him a fucking text or write him a letter or no stupid shit. I say, hey bro, I'm sorry for what I did. And I only, it's like I got picked on a lot, and then he was like below me in the friendship group, so I picked on him, and I picked on him too hard one time, and we would always put him in the trash can. But it's fucked up. But there was usually nothing in there. We would literally just like set him in the can, and he would get out and like, fuck you guys, But the one time he was just fed up with it. I'm not doing it anymore. And I didn't know. I saw like an empty lunch tray in there, but there was nothing in there. It was like a brand new trash bag, and I fucking just threw the can on him. But I thought it was and there was no food on the tray or anything. It was just a tray in there. I was like, okay, someone just threw a tray with it. And I dumped it on him, and the milk spilled on him. There was like a milk container in there. And so even then, like, that'll haunt me for the rest of my life. Even though he said it's cool. He said, man, it's water under the bridge. I'll never say his name. I'll never embarrass him. But those things define you.
Yeah.
And those guys that come into the gym and they want to be Billy Badass, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Get mopped.
I only bullied one kid in my life in high school. But I don't even think it was bullied. I think he was just not really liked because he was a cunt. Yeah. And then everyone was just like, fuck him. And then I guess he was trying to be like portraying himself as an alpha, being a new kid.
Yeah.
And he was always, this was like, I was in 8th grade, bro. The kid had like this huge ass, big ass like black shirt that has like Jessica Alba in it. Those really like ghetto ass shirts back in the days.
Oh, the big ones.
Big
They're like
shirts,
down
yeah,
here.
bro.
I had a few of those.
Me too, bro. Yeah, bro. I had earrings too, and I was I looked like Daddy Yankee, like just that came out of Wish from Wish.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like the guy was just being a cunt, bro. And then I was just making fun of the shirt, and then he pushed me, and so I gave him like a 2-piece and a soda, without knowing what a 2-piece and a soda was, because I didn't even train how to fight at the time. But I was just like 1, 2, 3, and the kid was like way bigger than me, bro. Like, I'm small still to this day, so I was even smaller, and the guy was like over 200 pounds. He was a fat kid. He could literally just pick me up and just throw me away.
Smash you.
Yeah, bro. But I gave him the 3-piece, and I got out of reaching distance. He cried and ran away, and I was like, okay, wow. I guess that felt, oddly enough, it felt good.
Well, yeah, if he's being a dick.
Yeah.
And you know what really sucks about those situations is I learn as I get older, all those kids that picked on me and treated me like shit, is their home life was absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
And now as I get older, I really feel for those kids because they're children. It's not their fault, man.
Yeah.
And it like literally breaks my heart.
It's also learned behavior.
Absolutely. I mean, it's not their fault. Like, I knew kids that grew up and their parents were just pieces of shit. Like, I've said this story before about my dad growing up. He taught me in 5th or 6th grade what it was to be a real man. Like, in front of my whole school showed up. You know that whole my dad can kick your dad's ass thing? That happened. I swear to God. You want to hear it? It's interesting.
Yeah, I want to hear it. Of course I want to hear it.
Okay, so I had an issue with this kid in school. I'm not going to say his name, but... And even to this day, like, he's a cop now, and he's still, like, I just never really liked him then, and he just kind of had this, like, pompous, like, I'm the shit attitude. He was very talented at being, playing sports and all that. He was very fast, and he just thought he was just the shit. You know, he was very good, but you don't have to be a fucking asshole. So I just was like, fuck you, and we just had words, and then, me and him, like, our dads, like, my dad didn't like his dad because his dad was kind of rude, and anyways, and my dad's like tough son of a bitch. So point is, he said, your dad's a bitch, and I said, oh yeah, so fuck your old fucking man and you're a fat fuck, and watch, see what happens, and then I went home. I was like, hey, so you gotta fight that dude's dad. He's like, what the fuck did you get me into? So it's hilarious,
Respect,
like my dad's like, what the fuck? I'm not fighting that fat fuck. I mean, he wasn't that fat. He just had like a little pudge on him. But my dad was like always like, he's like my build, like always, and he was a little bigger than me too at some point. So he was like, and he'd come to school with his shirt on, like in good shape. And all the other girls, all the little girls in school, they'd just be like, they'd be like, oh, I saw your dad today. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm right here. Fuck him. No, sorry, just kidding, Dad. Don't beat me up. No, but anyways, the point is that my dad, he says, well, he would come pick us up every day, so he had to show up anyways. So the next day, I was like, hey, my dad's going to be here. So, whatever. You better show up. So my dad showed up, and I think he had our dog with him because we lived in walking distance. He showed up to school, and they're like, the guy's dad showed up, and he brought a friend, some young kid, probably college age. And my dad, he's probably like in his 30s at that time, so he's like in real good shape. And, he's got his braids and his bandana and his knife and his cowboy boots. He's a tough dude. You see me, but Jesus Christ, he's gonna kill somebody. But so he shows up, and they have this slight disagreement, but my dad shows in front of everybody else. He's like, hey, man, so the guy's like, so you want to do this or what? He's like, why are we going to fight? Because they don't like each other? We have to set a good example, And he's like, who are you afraid? He's like, I'm not the one that brought a friend. He's like, I'm not here to fight you. It's like, we need to show a good example what it is to be a man and be responsible. Just because they don't like each other, we don't have to fight each other to prove what point. We need to be responsible and be men. That's what a real man does. And shows a good example for our children. And like that, at that moment, I was just like so proud of my dad because like the dude like brought a friend. And my dad's like, dude, but I already, my dad was like got really known for like fucking people up, so I wasn't even worried about my dad's badass. But the point was, that was one of the reasons why I wanted to do the man shit thing. I always reference back to that because, man, like he showed me what it was that day. Like he's like, look, you don't have to fight somebody to be a badass. You to be a real man is to like stand up for yourself, do the right thing, and just try to walk a good path, you know, and everything good will come for you. So like that was so interesting. So bullying is necessary.
It really is. And before we talk about more about bullying and how it's great for you, we're gonna go on with this ad.
See here? Of course you do. The way this is so professionally filmed, it's not that you like seeing me. It's that this camera works so crisp and beautiful. And that's only thanks to Boulder Road Digital. If you go to boulderroaddigital.com, you can get your own video services. We're talking grandma's funeral. We're talking sex tapes. We're talking everything you want to do. Your grandma's sex tapes. Your step-grandma's sex tapes. We'll do it all. And Kevin is the most flexible dude. Like, he'll work with you. Just say what you want to film, and he'll come, and he'll film it. He's done Monsters of Rock cruise. He's done rock and roll cruises. Like, he gets hired to go on a cruise ship and film Winger and Warrant. I don't know if Warrant. Yeah, I'm seeing a nod. That's boulderroaddigital.com. Whatever you do, he's good at it, and he'll make you look good at doing it. Unless you suck at it, but he'll make it beautiful. That's boulderroaddigital.com. They're instrumental in making this podcast happen. So thank you, boulderroaddigital.com, for sponsoring this show. Please go to boulderroaddigital.com for more information. Thanks.
That made him cry.
Oh.
Yeah, Gabe just said that. Caleb's dad made him cry, and I really appreciated that. It made me almost cry. But yeah, dude, I was bullied. I think we talked about this before.
A little bit.
We both were bullied. And, you know, I still get bullied by my teammates about being short, which is okay, because...
we need that.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Maybe you'll get... You know, sometimes you have a great day on the mats, and then it's like, damn, I'm a fucking beast. And then they're like, shut up, you short fuck. And then I'm like, nah, bro, stay humble. I'm good.
But didn't I just choke you out?
Yeah.
Go, hang on 1 second. Let me just fucking reset my thumb. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah, the next day, bro, it was just fucking, like, swollen as shit.
Yeah, that one, that's why I can do that.
Oh, really? That's from a dislocated
This
thumb?
one doesn't go that far. This one I can literally, like, fold it over.
He's the opposite, like...
Yeah.
That's
well, it's still tight.
Yeah.
After you, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got picked on for that, too, for having a cast.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, what happened? You fall down with your thumb up your ass and you break your thumb? I swear to God.
Dude, Gabe said that joke in a fucking Loner Party concert.
Really?
Yeah, I think he said that, yeah, now Gabe's my bully, too. So he was like, this guy was masturbating too hard, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, ha, ha, ha. Asshole, I came here to support you, you fuck.
Just don't be jealous, it takes me 2 hands.
No, bro, it was rough rolling too, Danaher's with just one hand.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, I wrapped that bitch up, and I was like, I'm not passing this opportunity. And bro, someone was going for a takedown, and I post.
Oh, yeah.
Hand, and I was like, never mind, I'm pulling guards. Bro, I was like, god damn. And I've been finishing heel hooks with just one arm. And I was like, okay, I feel good. I can't wait to have my hand back.
Dude, very first fight, I don't know if you could tell, but my hands are a mess.
Damn.
My very first fight, this one, broke it. Monday, is in the gym with a cast on.
Damn.
I don't give a fuck. And I broke it in the first 15 seconds. So it's like you either got it or you don't. You got it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. And that comes from being bullied.
Yeah, bro.
It's like, tell me I can't, motherfucker.
Yeah, dude. Because I hate when people tell me what I can and can't do. And I feel like that's rebellious behavior that you obtain from being bullied and trying to prove everyone wrong. You know what I mean?
This whole, like, stop the bullying thing.
Yeah.
More. I'm serious. I'm tired of these fucking pussies these days. It makes no sense.
Well,
explain to me. Look. Don't bully people who really want to jump off a cliff.
but I know I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this, but this is a joke, guys. But isn't that kind of like natural selection, or no?
No, 100%. The thing is, if it's support people that need help.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
100%.
Because I've been suicidal in the past, 100%.
Same.
Yeah.
We all go through it growing into the person we are today.
Mm-hmm.
And if you make it through, then good. And some people don't make it. And
it sucks. And it's rough because, a lot of people don't have direction.
Mm-hmm.
For us...
Guidance.
Yeah. And it's just like, for us, we've been blessed that we found something that we love to do, even if it's killing us slowly.
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Bukowski said it best. Find what you love and let it kill you. And it's just that I prefer to die slowly doing what I love than to just end it quick tonight.
Yes.
But a lot of people can't find that yet. And there's also, people that have it more chronic than others. Because it's a science. And
Well,
it's a
some of it's, chemical imbalance. Some people were just... you'd be surprised. Like, I had a really rough childhood, as some people do, But it mellowed out as I got older. But the thing is, always like, those things mold you. And, like, the people who guide you. If you got people around you that are doing drugs and screaming and yelling and all this stuff, it's going to make you into kind of either a real docile person or a real violent person. Very rarely do you get someone who's skipping and jumping and, what's up, guys? How's it going? And they have no problems. It's like very difficult to navigate that.
For real, man. I feel like everyone I met has dealt with depression. And I don't know if it's...
I deal with it constantly. Like, even though, like, I'd imagine everybody does, it's kind of like, I've said before, this guy I got tattooed on my chest, it's a demon I fight every day. It's a demon that I fight to be a good person. It's like, you have left and right. Okay, easy route. Okay, I can go take this person's wallet they left out. Hard route. I got to go to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Bro, I've been hungry at the point where I'm like, I might rob someone today. Like, dude, when I was living in Boulder and I was hungry, bro, and I was just like, I didn't know when was the next meal. I was just like...
Dude, McDonald's dollar meals save your fucking life.
For real. And I didn't have a dollar, bro. I didn't
have a dollar. Ramen?
Yeah, I didn't have anything to my name, bro.
I've told Gabe before. I when I was a kid, I used to go get food from the trash can behind grocery stores when I was real young.
Damn, bro.
I mean, it sounds horrible, but they literally just throw it in bags and take the food that's gone past their
I mean, it would be at the pantry, too.
Oh, yeah.
Food,
yeah, so...
I mean, I went to the pantry, and it was just like, rice and beans.
But if you live that way... Like, I grew up... Like, I didn't have a horrible childhood when it came to food. Like, there was never a time where I didn't have food on my plate. But there was times where the food was like, you would... I'm not eating steak every night, but I've loved everything. I've never complained once because I never went hungry.
Yeah.
And I was taught that. And some people that don't grow up with struggle and they're not bullied. Dude, I got bullied for having shitty clothes when I was younger all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You always have something.
I got bullied for having a big forehead.
It's alright, son. Fuck you. I got a bigger brain than you, stupid fuck.
Yeah, my nickname was Fivehead back then, and when I would be talking in front of the class, I look back and it's fucking funny. But like at the time it hurt. But
at the time you're like, oh.
Yeah, dude, they would literally. I'll be like talking in class, and I already had anxiety at the time, and I was afraid of speaking in front of people, which is odd because I do stand up now. But like they would just put they will do this, bro, right next to their heads, and I was like, you motherfuckers, bro. Motherfuckers, man. And
then you're like, oh, and they're like, go to the office.
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah, dude, I said suck it and did the DX thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I was a huge wrestling fan, and I got detention for the first time. But yeah, other than that, I was just like, god damn, fuck these people, bro. They even made a rumor about me that I was sucking another dude's dick behind the Christian school, bro. And I was,
Christians?
Yeah, because Christians are horrible people, bro.
They can't. Not all. I was going to say, not all. I've met a few really great ones.
I'm kidding. But I'm just saying.
Is that Christian? Yeah. Damn, you started on the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Don't get me started on the Jews. I'm just kidding. So yeah, I went to a Christian school in Puerto Rico, which they're terrible people. And the people who are running it right now are terrible people too.
That sounds rough.
Yeah, so they made a rumor about me that I was sucking this dude's dick. And I was like, dude, how fucking offensive is that?
Did you even go talk to the guy? Like, bro, did you tell people I'm sucking your dick? Like, what'd you say to him?
No, I'm like, bro, you know I'm not your type, right? And they're like, yeah, I keep telling people you never did it. And I was like, that's fine. Like, I feel like it's more offensive to you than it is to me. Because, like, you're really handsome, and I'm, like, straight and ugly at the time. So I was just like, how dare they, bro? They think, like, gay people at the time would just fuck anything. They wouldn't, bro.
Do you think it had something to do with your height? They were just busting
Yeah.
They were like, oh, he's
Well, he's short, so he's not gonna fuck a girl. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
And dude, yeah, I mean, I didn't.
I was
like,
I did.
you know?
Oh.
For real. I guess that is it for today's episode. Bro, thank you so much for being on. Plug in everything that you want to say.
July 31st for Ruff in Phoenix. I will be fighting at 135. And just going to be getting ready. So I'm going to be getting my sponsorship package together to be sending out. I'll be blasting it all over the internet. Any sponsorship is helpful. So even if it's just a, high five, I just appreciate the support. So, and thank you for having me on as always. And stay tuned for some more man shit gear coming after my fight.
Hell yeah. And for me, I don't know if I'm doing Fight to Win in Denver next weekend. It's a last minute thing. I'm still in talks with them. They're like, hey, here are the rule sets. I was like, wait, I'm competing? But I feel ready. Even though I have one hand, I'm ready to go. Fuck it, man. You only got one life. I'll go to Denver next weekend. So stay tuned. If it happens, then I'll let you know. And Gabe has Manhigh Sunday Loner Party tomorrow. We're at Gabe. The where? Moonlight Lounge.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah. I know, I felt like Charlie Brown for a second. At the Moonlight Lounge. Great show, boys. Thank you, Gabe. We miss you. Come back. You're beautiful. Thank you, guys. Make sure to subscribe and click like and whatever, all that nasty shit. Later, guys.
Peace.